What happens when that fish starts, fish is facing upstream. And I'll use this as an example. So what it does is it uses its body and it starts to rock this way, and then it fans and it keeps pushing. It'll actually go in and push it'll wrap its body around rocks, its nose. It'll be like a snow plow, and it'll push the bigger rocks out of the way, and the gravel actually digs. The term is called cutting the red. Now this is one here, they're really working on this. The first thing you gotta have is gravel substrate, that's first. Second thing is water velocity. Third is cover, in that order.
I see. Right.
And what we've accomplished on the structures we put in last year, just by adding cover, we've got reds now in places where the first two priorities were there, but we never had any fish since 1968. So some of the places where I put those parallel logs in, 12 foot we've got like 4 or 6 reds right off the bat, and they chose them spots over traditional places. Excellent. So just by putting the cover in was the magic thing that added to that brought them in there. Right. When fish are spawning, they really lose a lot of energy and they're exhausted. So their ability to escape is impeded. The other thing is they're out in the open and very vulnerable to predators. And when they're spawning, their dark colors will show up on the lighter substrate, so your birds of prey can see them from a great distance. Even blue herrings can see them. So there's big fish that stay here year-round. It's just that they have, in order to be compatible with this environment and the habitat, they've developed other ways of hiding themselves. We would come in here and put a parallel log, because you're not going to contain sand and change the substrate that's conducive for the reproduction. We don't want to change the water velocity. We don't want to change the substrate. All we're doing is providing protective cover. So we want to minimize any type of sand containment, just put a roof over it so that they can dart under that. The fish understand that water depth and velocity represents interference, so it becomes cover. Here's the key. Here's the final clue. You look right in the center, and if you can see strands of grass here in the center, there was no fish there. The fish starts in the center and moves out. Okay. So you won't find any clues in the center of that, see? Right here, you see your center? See those strands right there? Yep. So it tells us it's all geese. Or duck. So the female makes the red, and she pretty well does it all, just one female. So if you're going to do an accurate red survey and capture all the reds, that would give you a population census of female brown trout. 0.470779.